that Bucky? It's a Winter Soldier.
The debut trailer for Thunderbolts dropped a while ago, giving us their first look at Lewis Pullman as Sentry. This movie is lined up to be the final installment of Phase 5 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh, and about that asterisk in the title? Yep, it's intentional, but Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige hasn't spilled the beans on what it means yet. The trailer kicks off with Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova visiting her dad, Red Guardian played by David Harbour, who's clearly not in the best headspace. Neither of them seems thrilled with life, and they both could use a little excitement. As the trailer unfolds, we see the anti-hero team come together, featuring Wyatt Russell as John Walker, U.S. Agent, Hannah John Kamen as Ava Starr, Ghost, and Olga Kurylenko as Antonia Dreykov, Taskmaster. They're all trying to figure out what's going on while also clashing with each other. Sebastian Stan returns as Bucky Barnes' Winter Soldier, and from the looks of it, Bucky will take on the Thunderbolts before eventually stepping up as their unofficial leader. The trailer also gives us a glimpse of Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who seems to be running the Thunderbolts operation. But the standout moment is the first look at Lewis Pullman as Bob.
Oh no.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
AKA Sentry, looking pretty confused when the rest of the team shows up uninvited. Lewis Pullman, known for his role as Lieutenant Robert Bob Floyd in Top Gun Maverick, stepped into the role of Sentry after Steven Yeun had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. Yeun's departure happened after Thunderbolts was delayed, moving off the 2024 release calendar following a big reshuffle caused by the dual writers and actors strikes. That left Deadpool and Wolverine as the only MCU movie in 2024. Sentry is one of the most dangerous and powerful superheroes in the Marvel Universe, but he hasn't had much attention outside of Marvel Comics. Other than popping up in a few mobile games like Marvel Puzzle Quest, Marvel Future Fight, and Marvel Snap, he's been under the radar. That's why it's going to be super exciting to see him come to life on the big screen. Thunderbolts is directed by Jake Schreier, with a script by Beef writer Lee Sung-jin, building on a first draft by Black Widow screenwriter Eric Pearson. David Harbour even teased that Pearson had a really cool idea for the story that's going to drop a bomb on the MCU when the movie hits theaters in May 2025. And honestly, I think that bomb is going to be Sentry. To explain why, I'll need to break down who Sentry is, his powers and abilities, his secret origin, his time as an Avenger, and how he's likely to fit into the Thunderbolts movie. Let's dive in. The Sentry might just be the most powerful superhero in the Marvel Universe, and also the most dangerous because he has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. That same power brought out a dark alter ego called the Void, but even with all that chaos, when the world needs a hero with unmatched power, the Sentry is the one you want on your side. Because man, this guy is powerful. The Sentry's incredible abilities come from an experimental serum, one of many created as a potential super soldier serum replacement after World War II. This serum supposedly accelerates his molecules just slightly forward in time. The result? Bob Reynolds becomes a powerhouse with a nearly endless list of abilities. As the Sentry, Bob's strength rivals heavy hitters like Hulk and Thor. He's got super speed, enhanced senses, the ability to fly, and near invulnerability. On top of that, he can absorb and project energy, which means he can fire energy blasts, teleport, and even calm down a rampaging Hulk. If Marvel needed a Superman, the Sentry is the guy. But when Bob's darker side, the Void, takes over, things get even crazier. The Void is a shape-shifting demonic force capable of controlling the weather and messing with people's minds. It's so powerful that it's taken on the combined forces of the Avengers, X-Men, and Fantastic Four, and survived. Even tossing the Void into the sun only works temporarily. The Sentry might be Marvel's ultimate hero, but the Void is the ultimate nightmare. The Sentry first appeared in the 2000 miniseries The Sentry. The series introduces Bob Reynolds, a middle-aged, overweight married man who's completely unaware that he was once a hero known as the Golden Guardian of Good. Even the Marvel Universe itself seems to have forgotten about him. When Bob regains his memories, he becomes the Sentry again, but there's a catch. His arch-nemesis, the Void, resurfaces too. Throughout the story, we learn about the Sentry's hidden past with Marvel icons like the Hulk and the Fantastic Four, with his history cleverly retrofitted into Marvel's continuity. And here's the twist. The Sentry and the Void are two sides of the same coin. To protect the world from the Void's destruction, everyone's memory of the Sentry had to be erased, including Bob's own. In the end, Bob realized he has to do it all over again to keep the Void at bay. The series leaves things a bit open-ended, though, hinting that Bob might still remember fragments of his superhuman double life. While the Sentry miniseries was originally a standalone story, the character eventually found his way into the wider Marvel Universe. In 2004, he joined the revamped New Avengers lineup, which included big names like Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Luke Cage. The Sentry is reintroduced as a self-imposed prisoner at the Raft. When a massive supervillain breakout occurs, he steps in to stop the chaos and reluctantly joins the team afterward. Though he's a powerhouse on the roster, the Sentry constantly struggles to keep his mental health in check and suppress the Void. During the events of Civil War in 2006, when Marvel's heroes are split over the Superhuman Registration Act, the Sentry sides with Iron Man's pro-registration group. His own experience with the dangers of unchecked power informs his decision. Later, in 2007's World War Hulk, the Sentry plays a crucial role in protecting the world from the Hulk's destructive rage. Despite his challenges, he remains one of the most powerful assets to Earth's mightiest heroes. The Sentry's downfall begins in Marvel's 2009 Dark Reign storyline. As Norman Osborn takes over the role of leader for S.H.I.E.L.D.'s replacement organization, Hammer, he recruits Bob Reynolds to join his Dark Avengers. Manipulated into working alongside villains like Bullseye, Venom, and Ares, the Sentry becomes part of Osborn's dangerous team. Osborn believes his experience with his own Green Goblin persona will help him control the Sentry, but that doesn't go as planned. The Void is finally unleashed in 2010's Siege, where Osborn leads a full-scale attack on Asgard. The true Avengers, led by the returned Steve Rogers, manage to save the day, but at the cost of the Sentry's life. Since then, the Sentry has been resurrected and killed multiple times, with new stories continuing to explore the true nature of his powers and the ongoing question of whether the Sentry or the Void is the real version of him. The Sentry was once again killed in 2020's King in Black, but Marvel's 2023 The Sentry series digs deeper into what happens when his immense power seeks a new host. Who will step up to take on the role of the new Sentry, and will they also have to deal with the Void's dark influence? Only time will reveal the answer. As for how the Sentry fits into the Thunderbolts movie, well, at this point, it's still unclear what exact role the Sentry will play in Thunderbolts. But based on his comic history, it's likely the film will emphasize his dual nature as both an incredibly powerful hero and a terrifying villain. It's possible that the Sentry could start out as a member of the Thunderbolts, only to become their worst nightmare if he loses control. With the team lacking many powerhouses, facing off against the Sentry could be an overwhelming challenge for them. We might also see Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, take on a role similar to Norman Osborn in the Dark Avengers comics. She could view Bob Reynolds as a valuable asset, but her control over this unstable hero might quickly unravel. If Thunderbolts is Marvel's version of Suicide Squad, the Sentry could end up being the film's Enchantress-like character. Well, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. We'll see you next time.